So here are engagement truths. When we're careless in our treatment of others, we teach them to care less about us. Think about that. Think about that in your personal life as well as your professional life. So maybe personal life, think about maybe there's somebody you know that you check in with them because let's say they're going through a hard time and you leave them a voicemail, hey, just want to make sure everything's okay. And then you don't hear back from them. And a week later, a couple weeks later, you call again, leave a message, please let me know you're okay. And then they finally get back to you, let's say a month later, like, oh yeah, thanks for that, I was just like really busy. Doesn't take too many of those before you find yourself caring less and spending less thought time about them. And think about that in the workplace, to think about what are ways that you've had managers be careless with you. And actually later on, we'll dig into that more deeply, because I believe this is one of the, quote, dirty little secrets of employee engagement. Is given how ultra busy everybody is and very task-oriented people are, especially the higher up in management and leadership, it's easy to become careless in the treatment of others. And so I believe this is one of the biggest reasons why employees are just not that into their manager and pleasing their manager or their employer as a whole. The next truth, if your employees are just not that into you, perhaps they don't experience you as being into them. Now, I don't mean that in a, blaming you, but you in there. It's sort of like a rhetorical you. So if leadership teams are concerned about why are employees not engaged, a really helpful place to look is, are we demonstrating that we're into them? Are we showing we care about their well-being? As a manager, am I showing that I care about my people as individuals, not just like a piece of software that puts out some output? And then last but not least, you don't improve employee engagement with goodies, gimmicks, and gala events. You do it by having the important conversations. This is critical. I used to be ranting about this long before engagement was a thing, back when it was morale. And I've written a number of articles on the goodies, gimmicks, and gala events approach. Think about places that you've worked where the approach to whether it's boosting morale or boosting employee engagement is, I guess we need to give them the perks that I see on the best places to work list. On-site massage, on-site daycare, et cetera, et cetera. That's the ticket. No. Or gimmicky kind of things. I remember years ago seeing a special on the talent crunch in the tech industry, and they interviewed this manager who had a baseball cap on, and there was a roll of toilet paper stuck to it. And this was supposed to demonstrate what a fun guy he was and a fun place to work they had. I remember when seeing that, just imagining managers all around the country gagging at the thought, that's what it takes. And it's no little gimmicky thing is going to boost morale or engagement if the day-to-day experience is not intrinsically rewarding. And the gala event, so having a company barbecue isn't going to make employees not notice that they're treated with disrespect and disinterest day in and day out. And so forgetting the goodies, gimmicks, and gala events approach, which is unfortunately natural, especially in the U.S. society, and saying, okay, we've got to do the hard work. Roll up our sleeves and have the important conversations with employees about what can we do together to bring out the best in you and to make this the best possible place to work. So those are the three truths.